Greetings, everyone. It's a little way too bright in here. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning here in Hiroshima. It took me a few minutes to finish getting everything set up. My coffee is ready. That's the good thing. But I need just a couple of other moments before we get the live stream really started. The kickoff hasn't happened yet. It will happen a few minutes later. Whoops. Almost 3 o'clock in the morning here in Sorry about that. It took me a few minutes to finish. Apparently, I've got my. There we go. I didn't mean to have that going. There we go. I got two people watching right now. I guess one of those is me. Brutus says, Go Texans. Heck yes. I've been looking forward to this game. If the Titans and the Texans come off as they ought, this should be a blowout. It should be a blowout. Why is my... There it is. Now it's working. Okay, my subscriber and current viewer script was not working properly. I do address that. There we go. There we go. I think that works right there. Okay, now I've got to get the live chat fixed. I had a few things that were not ready to go yet. So I'm trying to get that set up. The chat should be fixed right about now. Excellent. Okay. Man, I really need to lose the weight in the neck. I can't accept my neck looking like that anymore. It's funny how my arms and legs carry no fat. And yet, my neck seems to go gangbusters with it. Ugh, I hate that profile shot of me. It's absolutely terrible. Hey, look at that. That's terrible. That needs to be fixed. Okay, first cup of coffee is not very hot. It's actually just warm. Good thing is today we got some previews, you know. I can do some short clips. Everything is set up. Let me go grab something. I'll be right back. You can enjoy Miku. There we go. If it looks like I have a huge A huge belly? It's not my belly. This is a heat pack to heat my kidney area. All right. Just gonna get my Astros jacket on. I wonder if I can turn this. Yeah, I might be able to turn this light off, this overhead light off. Yeah, it's good enough. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It just feels like way too much light. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whoever you are, wherever you are. I appreciate you all being here. Let me see if I can get this moved around that way. Turned around just a little bit. There we go. That'll work. Houston actually won the toss and will take the football. This is something that I haven't been able to understand why teams defer. I know they say, well, we want to get it first in the second half, but actually stats show that if you take the ball first, you tend to get the ball more throughout the game. Noel brings the ball back. That's not a bad return. Almost to about the 35-yard line. It's not bad. We're officially underway here. Got about 5 viewers. Thanks for being here. Looking forward to this game. It feels like a week just takes. It feels like a week is just too long. It's just too long to be waiting for a football game, right? A new football game. First play from scrimmage is handoff right up the middle. Looks like Marks. He gets about 2 yards. Second play from scrimmage, Mills is going to throw it over the near side. It's batted away. And that's going to be third down and long. Collins was there on the reception attempt. All right. Third down and long. a short 9, a long 8, whatever you want to call it. Mills back to pass on the near side again. Schultz is there. Did he get it? Looks like he's down with the first down. How about that? Nice. Complete. Down to the 47-yard line. Oh, yeah, he's definitely in bounds right there. Okay. Hey, Mills, 1 for 2 on his passes. One man in motion, one man in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. It's Marks. He gets about 4 yards that time. Are you all just as confused as me? just as confused as I am about Marks running the ball so much like this. I thought they said they didn't want to hurt him by running the ball. Shotgun, Mills is back. He's going to throw it over on the left side. He's going to throw it away. He was rushed. Threw it out of bounds on the far side. 12:54 left in the first quarter. It's 3rd down and 7. Another 3rd and long for the Texans. Mills in the shotgun. He throws on the near side again. This time it's Collins. Collins makes the catch. It'll be another 1st down. Forward progress gives him the 1st down. One of the things that I've said several times since the last game, I feel that as long as Mills keeps the throws at around 7 yards, no more than that, he does pretty well. Now there's a good throw and a run and catch. 1st down on 1st down. That's a nice play all the way down to the 20-yard line. Texans are in the red zone. Nice pass along the outside edge to Hutchinson. Right on target. 10 seconds on the play clock. 11:40 in the first. Mills up to the line. He's got one man in the backfield. It's Marks. Marks over on the left side. He's going to get nowhere. Lose maybe a yard. Yet he says, true, if you score before halftime and get the ball first after halftime, can be an advantage. Yeah, but Yeti, I think you're missing my point there. I mean, that's like saying if you score first, if you get the ball first and score first, it can be an advantage for the rest of the game. You know, I don't understand. I don't understand the logic there. Incomplete pass right up the middle. Just bounced it off of him. 3rd down and 11. Hey, JD. I'm feeling all right despite it being 3 in the morning. I'm not feeling too bad. I think after this game, I'll have a chance to take a nap before the Rockets game. Mills is back. He throws it over. He's got somebody wide open over on the left side. Is that enough? No, it's not quite enough for a first. That's a little short. 4th and 2. Looks like they're not going to go for it. Mills is coming out. They're going to bring in the field goal unit. With 10:29 in the first, it looks like the Texans are going to try a field goal. They're lining up right now. Field goes up and no good. It's off the freaking upright. No kidding. It's off the upright. But there's a flag. It's going to be on the Titans. I think it's going to give them a 1st down. They're arguing right now. But let's see what the call is. Personal foul. Personal foul. Half the distance to the goal, 1st down. God bless the Titans' heart. That was the most ridiculous kick. And the Titans decided to give the Texans another chance. The kick goes right off, and he misses it. So the Texans are going to have it on the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. It's a handoff. Woody Marks cuts over, goes up the middle, and gets it down to about the 3-yard line. There's another flag. Lord help us. Holding on the offense. Well, we got the holding at the right time. No point in getting a holding call on that kick attempt, right? That would have been useless. I would say that that penalty against the Titans, it looked a little questionable. Mills throws it over on the left side. Well, Schultz has it, but he got hit so hard his towel came out. Second and goal. Mills in the shotgun. Woody Marks in the backfield on the 7-yard line. It's going to be a play to the right. He rolls out. Mills to the end zone. It's caught, but it's out of bounds. No, he drops it, but it doesn't matter. He's out of bounds. The target was Kirk. The throw was right in there. They say it looked like he actually had his feet in, but he dropped the ball. Sheesh, those came up fast. Pardon me. Faster than I could hit the mute button. They're going to challenge it. Okay, so Kirk caught the ball at first. He had his feet dragging down in the end zone. And then he went out of bounds. He lost control of the ball as he went down to the ground. And now the Texans are going to challenge it that it was not a catch. They're going to challenge that it was a catch. We'll see. But we have a commercial break while we're waiting for that challenge. Temple Brutus. By the way, JD, how are you feeling as well? I've got a heating pack. I bought this heating pack yesterday. It's pretty simple. It's like a belt. It's like a cushioned belt, and it has a kind of a gel pack on the inside, and an electric plug connection. It's kind of weird because when you feel of it, the gel inside is kind of hard, but then you plug it into the wall. It takes 15 minutes to heat up. And after it's finished heating up, that gel on the inside is all nice and warm. And then you can slip it in this soft belt that I've got right here. I'm wearing it right now. And you can just wrap it around and use the Velcro belt to strap it on your body. and I've got it sitting right on top of my kidney area. I've been wearing it ever since I went to sleep last night. I've been wearing it for like maybe 5 hours now. So it feels nice. But anyway, Brutus says, gosh, are you joking about that field goal? I guess I can laugh about it right now or early in the game, but sheesh. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous right off the bat, right? Right off the bat. Kicking it off the post. Total garbage. Isn't Fairbairn still out? No surprise they're upholding the call of no completion. The announcers and I both are surprised that the Texans challenged that play. Didn't make any sense at all why they would challenge that, but whatever. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 7. Mills is in the shotgun with Marks beside him. Here's the snap. Pressure from the backside gets blocked. They're going to get it down to about the 1.5-yard line on that pass play. About a 6-yard pass by Mills. Now, here's the decision. Do we go for it or do we kick the field goal? Mills is still out there. It looks like the Texans are going to go for it. Got about a little over a yard. It's 4th and goal, everybody. You want to take bets if it's a penalty, a 5-yard false start? I'm trying to jinx it. Mark's in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a handoff. No, he fakes it. Mills drops back. Don't shoot. Are you kidding me? He gets sacked. On 4th and goal at the 1-yard line, Mills gets sacked in the backfield. Now, I would have rather have seen the false start. I don't know about you, but I would have rather have seen a false start than that crap. That was total garbage. Total garbage right there. 16 people watching. I appreciate you being here. I am sorry for that result right there. I just realized that I'm wearing my Rockets hat right now. Now that we're on commercial break, I'm going to go grab my Texans hat. Maybe that's why they didn't score. I don't have on my Texans hat. I'll be right back. I put on my Rockets hat because it was really cold when I woke up earlier. You know, I got up at a little late. I got up at 2:30, 30 minutes before the game time. So a little later than I really need to get the live stream started correctly on time. But like I said, um, it was a little chilly when I woke up, so I grabbed my Rockets hat. It's my winter hat. I'll be right back. If you're wondering why I'm talking so low key right now, it's because it's 3:20, and I am in an apartment. I don't want to be too loud with more people around me. But luckily, I was smart enough to put my setup in the living room, so the people above me and below me, it's their living room, not their bedroom. So that was smart of me. And yes, I was praising myself for using common sense. There we go. Cam Ward is now out on the field for the Titans. Let's see what we got here. He's going to throw it over on the right side. He's got a man open for 13 yards. First down. By the way, that sack on Mills, the reason that happened is because Marks missed his block. Sorry if there's any noise on the mic there. I needed to adjust something. The guy who just caught that ball, Ridley, just caught that first down. He's down on the field right now, and they're checking him out. So we go right back to another commercial. There we go. Now I'm trying to get comfortable again. I think this will work just right here. I've got the game over here. And over here, I've got my software and the live chat. 0-0 right now in the first quarter. Texans looked pretty decent, converting a couple of third downs, doinking one off the field goal post. A questionable penalty against the Titans gave them another chance. And then they got stuffed. First and goal from the 1 yard line. Texans have 56 rushing yards on that first drive and 51 passing yards. Handoff here, right up the middle. We're going to take a look at this tackle. This was the injury earlier. I think it was his back. They carted, yeah, they're carting him off the field right now. He got bent over backwards on that tackle, and they're going to take him to the locker room and have a look at him. Second down and 8. 7:25 left in the first quarter. 0-0. Cam is back. He's going to throw it to the left side. Terrible throw. Way short. There was no chance for anybody. Toto was there on the defense. But he didn't really have to be. That was one of the worst throws I've seen all year. Third down and 8 for the Titans. From their own 26-yard line. Ward in the shotgun. Here's the snap. He's going to throw it over on the left side, and that's complete. And he dives forward. Did he get the first down? It looks like he did. They're going to give it to him. Great opportunity to stop him right there. Just too loose on that defense. Is that Dyke? A dyke caught the ball. I couldn't resist. First and 10. At the 35-yard line. It's a handoff to the right. So he started to go up right up the middle, and he tried to cut it out to the right side, and he got shut down. That's going to be a loss of about 4 yards. Nice. Texans D just crushed the line that time. Nowhere for him to go. It's funny because if he had just gone up the middle like was intended, he might have lost 1 yard. But now it's 2nd and 14. It's possible he might have been able to get back to the line of scrimmage by going up the middle, but he tried to get cute, swing it outside. Word back to pass. He's got a man right down the middle. Short of the first down by a few yards. But it's another 3rd down. Cam Ward in the shotgun. He's got one man in the backfield. 3rd and 3. There's a flag. Might be a false start. Think it is. Yep. Nice. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Got about 15 viewers right now. I hope that we can get a lot more viewers today than normal. Still struggling to get my viewers up right now since the baseball season ended. Cam Ward in the shotgun, 3rd and 8, 5 seconds on the play clock. There's another penalty. Texans are saying that there was a false start, but the Titans are saying it's against the Texans. So there's a little meeting so the referees can decide what Vegas says. False start. They are going to put it against the Titans. Yeah, number 77 was called for the false start there. He did move just a little bit. It wasn't much, but it was just a little bit. 3rd and 13. Shotgun. Ward is back. He throws over on the left side, and he's got room. He's going to run it, and he's going to have the first down and more. Can you believe that? Nonsense. 3rd and 13, and you can't stop him on a short pass run. He passes it basically 4 yards, and he runs it for more than 15 to pick up the first down. Just runs around everybody. 13, needed 13, got 17. First down from the 48-yard line of the Titans. He's going to hand it off in the backfield right up the middle. And he gets taken down after about 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Okay, so actually Calvin Ridley, it wasn't his back at all. It was his ankle. And it's questionable whether he will come back or not. So there's the update for the Titans injury. 2nd and 7 from the 50-yard line. Ward in the shotgun. He's got a man down the middle. He makes the throw. All the way down to the Texans' 33-yard line. First down. Titans are eating up some serious clock right now. Yeah, he got his hand under it. That's a catch. They need to tighten up this defense. The Titans were around the 10-yard line. No, maybe not even the 10, maybe like the 8. And they've just been moving the ball down the field, getting those long third downs. That's a delay of game. They called timeout? Okay. Coach called a timeout on the sideline. That would have been a delay of game. First and 10 from the Texans, 33. The Titans have the ball. 2:24 left in the first quarter. Tennessee has just been moving the ball down the field very slowly, just burning up the clock. This is definitely not the kind of game that the Texans want to play. Come on, D, get this together. First and 10, Cam Ward under center. He's got 2 men in the backfield. And just like that, there's another penalty. Looks like, yep, it's another false start. That's multiple false starts on the Titans. It'll be second and 15. I'm sorry, first and 15. I'm going to have first down repeated. The Titans offense is the only team in the NFL to not have an opening drive touchdown. Please do not get it against the Texans today. Is a handoff to the, right up the middle. He gets smacked, but he carries the pile forward all the way down to the 31-yard line. He gets that penalty back plus 1 yard. It'll be second and about 9. First team in NFL history with the opportunity to have a losing record with the number 1 defense. That's the Texans right now. Pass in the backfield. Are you kidding me? Cam Ward dumps it to a guy in the backfield and he gets taken down for a massive loss. He almost threw that one backwards. Ridiculous. This guy got mugged back there. Fine by me. Third and 15. From second and 9 to third and 15. Who just says go defense? Absolutely. Third and 15. Shut them down right here. Come on. Ward is back. He throws over on the right side, and it's going to be almost intercepted. Holy cow, that was close. That was right through the hands of Stingley. Look how close this was. Almost. Horseshoes and hand grenades, fellas. Horseshoes and hand grenades. Stingley, the ball goes dingly off of his hands. They're going to go for a 56-yard field goal. He lines it up. Here comes the kick. It's right down the middle, and it's long enough. It's good. Of course. Of course. So the Texans not only hit an easy field goal off the post. They're given a second chance. They get it down to the 1, and they get sacked in the backfield on fourth down. They come up with nothing. The Titans go down the field and get a field goal from from 56 yards out. Of course they do. 16 viewers. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. I haven't had a very large crowd yet since I've been doing just the NBA and NFL games. So since I've started doing the Rockets and Texans only, my viewership has been pretty low. And the result of that is that my income has gone down. I actually get income a few different ways. One is from memberships, one is from ads, another is from donations and stuff like that. But right now, all of those are way down, way down. The end of the baseball season really hurt. The Astros not going to the playoffs really hurt my channel a lot. And so what I'd like to do is just let you guys and gals know. Of course, if you can, feel free to donate. I prefer that you donate through PayPal simply because donating through the Super Chat means that 30% of whatever you donate will go to YouTube. So if you give me $10, for example, they'll get $3. If you give me $100, they'll take $30 of that. So it's a huge cut. Kind of a mafioso style cut. But that's the first thing. The second thing is the main thing that I need for this channel more than anything else is growth. And that happens by you ladies and gentlemen, actually sharing the channel, spreading the word. For those of you who use Facebook or Instagram, any other social media, Twitter, whatever, or X, I'm sorry. I don't even know why I say Twitter anymore because I hate the word Twitter. But if you're able to share the channel, that will help it to grow. So, of course, immediately donations are the best way to help. But long term, the best way to help is to share the channel and help it grow the community. So I appreciate you doing that. That's not a bad return there. Another good return by Noel. I'm not going to show a replay there, but he gets it almost to the 32-yard line. So that's where the Texans are going to start. Three to nothing right now with 43 seconds left in the first quarter. It'd be nice for the Texans to get a bomb right here and score in the first quarter. I can't believe they're not going to have any points in the first. Titans burned all the time off the clock. Fake handoff by Mills. He's going to throw it down the middle, and he's got a man wide open. Is that Collins? First down. $15 plays and 53 yards on the opening drive. Didn't get anything from it. Looks like they're going to let it wind down to the second quarter. Are they going to call another play? Well, they walk up to the line. They actually going to call a play? 5 seconds? 5, 4? It looks like they might. Yeah, they are. They're going to get another play off in the first quarter. Marks gets the call on the left side, and he'll get about 4 yards, but there's a penalty marker down. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be against the Texans. Holding on the Texans. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down. 1st and 20. Great. Those are the kind of fouls I like. And we're going to have a break. We're done with the first quarter. It's 3-0 Titans. Didn't really see that one coming. 3-0 in the first quarter at the end of the first. I mean, the Titans burned off so much of the clock. The Texans also burned off a lot of the clock. So both teams drove the ball down the field, burning the entire first quarter off the clock. And it winds up with the Texans down 3-0. We'll be back in just a minute with the second quarter. I'm sorry. Let's take a look at some stats right quick. The Texans have 69 total yards, Titans with 66. Passing yards are where it's at. I managed to mute the microphone on that sneeze. Rushing yards are not so good right now. 5 for the Texans, 8 for the Titans. Passing yards, 64 for the Texans, 58 for the Titans. The Titans actually averaging 5.5 yards per play. Texans only averaging 4.3 per play. But the Texans have 5 first downs to the Titans 4. 50% on third down, but the Titans are 66% on third down. Right now, the Texans are 0 for 1 on fourth. 16 total plays for the Texans and 12 for the Titans. 1 sack. 1 sack allowed, and that was the one on fourth down at the 1 yard line. Dope. No punts yet. Both teams have been penalized several times already. 20 yards of penalties for the Texans. 22 for the Titans. It's 1st and 20 at the 31 yard line for the Texans. Mills in the shotgun. Blitz is coming. He's got a man down the middle, but it's knocked down. Kirk was there, but Harris on defense just reaches in there and knocks it down. Second and 20. Man in the backfield. Mills drops back. He's going to throw it to the left side. He's got it complete, but it's only 2 yards. Why do we run a play to the sideline for 2 yards? We need 20 yards, and we go for a 2 yard play? Can someone explain that one to me? That looked like a design play. He got the ball and just threw it over to the side for 2 yards. And immediately he has to go out of bounds. 3rd and 18. What are they thinking with that play calling? You got 18 yards you got to get. And now they throw it in the backfield. He's got it. He runs it up the middle. He's got some room. That's null. But that's well short of the first down. Maybe 5 or 6 yards short. Yeah, it's 4th and 6. What was he thinking about that? I mean, what's with the play calling suddenly? They throw it over the side for 2 yards, and then on 3rd and 18, they throw it in the backfield. He turned it into a big gain, but it wasn't enough. 4th and 6th. They're going to punt. Here it comes right now. It's going to be all the way down to about the 12 yard line, 13 maybe. And it's a fair catch, and that's where the Titans will start with the ball. It's still 3-0. Thirteen and a half left in the second quarter. 3-0 Titans. I can't help but laugh. at some of the people in the comments section saying in Mills we trust. I'm sorry. It's gonna take more than it's gonna take more than that to get me to like Mills. I'm telling you, man, he's not consistently decent at throwing the ball beyond 10 yards. And throwing it 2 yards on 2nd and 20 is not going to help. Throwing it behind the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 18 is not going to help. I'm really questioning the offensive coordinator right now. This Buffalo Bills commercial where they're like pretending to baptize the babies and Buffalo Bills stuff. Are people offended by that? I would think that people are offended by that. But whatever. It just seems a little too far overboard to be, quote, baptizing your baby in football stuff. To a religious person, doesn't matter to me, but I think it's funny that they have a commercial like this. A lot of people who watch sports are also religious. Oh, well, I say sports. In America, a lot of people who watch football are religious. I don't think that they would like. I don't think they would like that. Yeah, they're talking about the playoff picture right now. The Texans are on the outside looking in. Ward with the shotgun. He's got a man on the left side. He hands it off. Picks up about 2 yards. So it'd be 2nd and 8. Go, gadget defense. All right. 2nd and 8. Ward in the shotgun. He's going to look for a man to throw it to. He's got a man on the left side. They're going to pick up just enough for the first down, of course. Picks up 9. This defense is playing way too soft. That was about a 4-yard pass. He added another 5 onto it to pick up the first down. It's 1st and 10 from about the 25-yard line. It's going to be a toss back to the running back. He's going to swing it out to the right side, right up middle on the cut. Picks up a few, but there's a flag down. They're saying might be hands to the face on the Texans. No, it's actually holding on the offense. Texans dodge a bullet there. 10-yard penalty. Yeah, he was holding 2 different guys. Pretty obvious when you're holding 2 different guys at the same time. I mean, you couldn't make it any more obvious for the refs, right? That's pretty ridiculous. 1st and 19. Short pass to the left side. He picks up about 5. 2nd and about 14. 15 seconds on the play clock. 11 and a half in the second quarter. Left. It's 0-3 Titans. From their own 21-yard line, Ward is back, and the shotgun, he's going to throw it. He's got a man open. Texans defense is too soft again. It's not enough for a first down, but it's a nice little chunk. But that'll shorten it up. 3rd and 6. See, this is what the Titans could have done, you know? 5-yard pass, 6 or 7-yard pass. They could have done that to cut into that 20-yard deficit. Ward is in the shotgun. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's a delay of game. Yep. Oh, they got called for a false start. That's funny. They got called for a false start, but it would have been a delay of game. Either way, they lose 5 yards. Yeah, they had about 3 guys jump on the right side. Third and 11. This is the stop that the Texans need to get right here. Stop giving them 3rd downs. Ward in the shotgun. He's got one guy in the backfield. One man in motion. He drops back. He's looking downfield. He's going to throw it way down the field as a bomb and way over his head. All right, finally. Thank God. Leave it to Cam Ward to give us the 4th down that we needed. The man was there. The throw was not. Texans dodged that one. Fourth and 11. This will be the first punt for the Titans. 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Punt from about the 13-yard line or so. High boot all the way down to the 24. Noel has it, runs it back to about the 30 before going out of bounds, but there's another flag down. Against the Texans. Holding during the kick. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. Good grief. So the Texans will get backed up to the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from right there. 9:49 left in the second quarter as we wait through the Japanese beer commercials. Got about 17 people here. Thanks for being here. Make sure you like the live chat, live stream, rather. If you have anything to say, you're welcome to say that in the live stream, live chat. We got about 13 likes. That's not bad, considering we have just 17 viewers right now. Just waiting to get back from the commercial break to see what the Texans can do. They need to drive it all the way down the field and get a TD. Make it happen. I don't get up at 2:30 in the morning to watch a crappy game like this versus the Titans. But if they're going to play like this, it doesn't bode well the next couple of weeks. The last thing we need is a weak offense. Yeah, Brendan says at least we're not down by 20 like we were last week. That's true. That's true. But this is not the Jaguars, and I'm not saying that the Jaguars are a good team. Don't get me wrong. But they are not the Titans, you know. Less than 10 minutes in the second quarter, we don't even have a point on the board. All right, 1st and 10. Mills drops back. He's got a man on the left side. It's Schultz, and he picks up about 7. That's what they need to keep doing right there over and over and over again, just like they did the other day when they came back against the Jaguars. Short pass, run, short pass, run. It's 2nd and 3. That's what Schultz can do between 4 and 7 yards. That's his sweet spot. Marks in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff right at the middle, and Marks. Nice. Good job, Woody. He pushes it right up the middle, gets the first down. Picks up about 6 or 7 yards. The first down plus a few. The Bills are now in front of the Buccaneers, 14-10. Long bomb to the end zone. Mills under center. He's got Marks in the backfield. Fakes a handoff. Looking for a man down the middle. Throws it to the left side. First down catch. Take a look at this catch. Good. Got his feet in. Perfect. Nico Collins, 3 catches. First down at the 38-yard line. They got a man in the backfield. He tosses it off to Marks. Marks over on the right side. Good block. They wind up picking up about 6 yards. That could have been a broken play. There was a good block picked up in the backfield. Mills was in trouble there for a second. You can see it right here. The block right there. And Marks was able to cut back inside, pick up some yardage. 2nd and 3. Mills in the shotgun. He's got Marks beside him. He hands it off. Marks going to go up the middle. Again, Marks takes the pile and charges ahead. Holy cow. How many did he pick up? Like 10? Big gain by Marks. First down. Man. He went right through the hole and just pushed the pile. Just kept going and going. Took a couple of guys to bring him down. First down with 6:55 left in the second quarter. They are in Titans territory at the Titans 43-yard line. Mills drops back in the shotgun. He's going to have to roll out and throw it to the right side. Incomplete. He was rushed. Coverage was there. 2nd down and 10. $21 watching. Thanks for being here. We've got the old Texans-Titans matchup on the agenda. This is quite the contentious matchup, of course. I have mixed feelings about it, but I always want the Texans to crush the Titans. I don't like the Titans carrying any kind of attachment to the Oilers. Pass down the middle to Jaden Higgins. Picks up about 8 yards, just shy of the first down. Third down and short. A long one, looks like. Third down and a long one. Mills in the shotgun. Got one man in the backfield. That's Marks again for the first down, right up the middle. Picks up 3 or 4, just enough for that first down. Marks is the workhorse right now, picking up those first downs plus extra. Woody Marks looking a little banged up there, man. He's getting the workout today. All those runs up the middle. Catching those passes in the backfield. They're really relying on his ability to not only quickly lunge forward and push forward, but also cut back and forth, man. He's the man. 5:25 left in the second, 1st and 10. Mills hands it off to Marks. Marks gets caught in the backfield, and he's going to be taken down. Bad play call right there. I wouldn't have ran it. Wouldn't have ran it on first down. That's a loss. 2nd and 12. Brutus wants to know why we're not winning. Brutus, I'm going to tell you. The main reason that I see is just bad play calling. It has gotten better this drive, but they need to stick to what works. Running it on first down is not the play. Mills is back. He's going to throw it to the left side. He's got his man. Not enough for a first down, but he picks up a chunk to Schultz. Third down and 5. Mills throwing those short passes and picking up the chunk yards, and then Marks capping it off with a 3rd and short. These have been working, but running it on 1st and 10, I don't like that idea. Mills drops back. Are you kidding me? Complete breakdown in the backfield on 3rd down, 3rd and 5. And he gets sacked. Huge loss of down. Huge loss of yardage, rather. Nowhere to go. He got taken from both sides of the field. Double sack. One hit low, one hit high. You might want to call the police on that one, because you got mugged. 3:24 left in the second quarter. 4th and 15. They decide to take a delay of game. That's funny. The Titans decline it. Here comes another punt. Looks like the Titans are going to skunk the Texans. They're going to keep them to 0. Another flag. What's this one? False start? I think they did this on purpose. Yep. Yeah, I think the Titans did this. I mean, the Texans did this on purpose because they want to move the ball back a little bit. Oh, wow, they're going to decline it. Ah, ha, ha. The Titans keep declining because they don't want to give the Texans more room to punt the ball. 3 minutes left in the quarter. Here comes the kick. And it goes all the way down to about the 1-yard line. Bounces just barely in the end zone, and it's a touchback after all of that nonsense. So this has been the tale of the tape right there. Could you have guessed that Both of the Texans' drives would end with a sack. This is not a joke. There have been 2 sacks this entire game. Neither of these sacks have been against the Titans. Both of these sacks were against Mills, and both sacks ended the drive. Both sacks ended the Texans' drive. The Texans come away with nothing. It is 3-0 with 2:50 left in the first half against the Titans. The main reason that the Titans haven't been able to have a decent chance to get more points on the board is because so much time has been eliminated from the clock by these drives, these long drives. Let's take a look at the stats right quick. Total plays for the Texans, 30. For the Titans, 18. There have been 48 plays in the first half so far. The Texans have moved the ball 131 yards total. 109 yards passing, 22 rushing. Still a miserable 4.4 per play for the Texans and 5 for the Titans. The Texans have picked up 9 first downs, but they are only 3 of 7 on third down. 0 for 1 on fourth, and that was at the goal line. Each team is over 30 yards in penalties right now. 30 for the Texans, 37 for the Titans. So despite 30 plays, the Texans have 0 points on the board, and they punted the ball twice. They've been shut down on both of their drives. Brennan says we should have a touchdown if Kirk caught the ball at the beginning. Yeah, but if he had held on all the way to the ground, then yes. Ward is getting chased in the backfield. He gets taken down, and he throws it away at the last moment. I thought maybe for a minute there it would be in the grass, but I think he threw it far enough to get it across the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Good defense there. Good coverage. 2:44 left. Maybe the Texans can get a quick 3 and out here and get the ball back. It would be nice. 2nd and 10. Ward in the shotgun. He's going to fake it and hand it off of the middle. Immediately taken down. They get half a yard. It's 3rd and a long 9. What's with the Texans not having a single sack yet against Cam Ward? They almost had one just then, but he was able to get rid of it. But Brendan, just to your point, I think the reason we don't have a touchdown is because of just bad play calling. They haven't been sticking with what works. You know, as a guy watching the game, I can sit back and make some objective observations. One of the observations that I made about Mills was that whenever they were doing a lot of 4 to 7 yard passes and mixing those up with the run, they were doing really well. That's how they came back in the fourth quarter. They only had a couple of longer pass plays, but I noticed that when Mills was trying to throw it further down the field, he had a very low percentage success rate. But when he kept it under 10 yards on his passing, his completion rate went way up. And that's what worked to get them back in the game in the fourth. But every time the Texans veer away from that, they start to suck. It kind of reminds me, and I think I said this, I might have said this last week, but it reminds me of what I call the casino effect, right? Maybe the winning, excuse me. It's 4:12 in the morning, so I'm a little tired and sleepy. You could say the winning blackjack player, for example, at the casino. I've seen a lot of people do this before. When you go play at the casino, you're sitting at the table playing blackjack, and I've done this before. They bring you free drinks the whole time you're playing. It loosens you up. It makes it easier and easier for you to make bad decisions. And if you win a big hand, or if you win a couple of hands in a row, you start to get the big head and you start betting bigger and making bad decisions. Cam Ward back on 3rd and 9, throws it to the left side, and it's knocked down. Good defense. I don't know why he threw it over there. Lassiter was all over him. Lassiter was, and there was just, why would you throw it there? Why would you throw it there? You know, it's funny because the offensive player there, the receiver, I don't know who it was, number 11, he was yelling for pass interference, but he actually had Lassiter's jersey. He had a handful of Lassiter's jersey. Retarded. Here's the punt. Noel back to receive it. He's going to get it about the 36-yard line. He doesn't really have anywhere to go. I think they're going to have it at the 37. First down with 2 minutes. Well, 1:47. Here's that play earlier. Almost a sack for Horton. Horton hears a sack. Well, Horton smells a sack. He was close. Okay, so can the Texans do anything with Mills at the helm right before halftime? 1:47 left on the clock. And they've basically got 65 yards to go. Can they do it? Here we go. Here's a poll for you. Are they going to have a scoring drive on the 2-minute drill before halftime? They've got 1:46, 1:47 on the clock. Texans with the ball. On their own 37-yard line. By the way, for the upcoming games, perhaps the Broncos and the Chiefs, I have a friend who also lives in Japan. His name is Danny. He has a very successful YouTube channel. His channel doesn't have anything to do with sports, but he's got a very successful channel about his home and life in Japan. And he and I became friends a few years ago, actually right after I got diagnosed with cancer. I reached out to him to do an interview, and after that, we became friends. He's going to be most likely joining me for those games as a co-commentator. So looking forward to that. Just want to let you all know. Mills in the backfield. He hands it off to Marks. No, nothing there. Marks is taken down for a loss of about 3. Well, why are we running it on first down with 1:45 left? 1st and 10 with 1.5 minutes left, and you're going to run it? And we lose the yardage, of course. What did you expect to happen there? 2nd and 13. Come on. Texans need to do something to get some points on the board. Shotgun. Mills is back. He's got a man in the middle and incomplete. Looks like Schultz. They're just going to give the ball right back. If you're not really seriously going to try to move the ball down the field, just run the ball over and over again and run the clock down. Titans have 2 timeouts. Texans are going to be in and out in like 30 seconds and give the ball back to the Titans. So why would you do that? Oh my God, Brendan, yes. If the Texans had the Rockets offense, it'd be 40-3 right now, or 40-0. 3rd and 13. Mills in the shotgun. He drops back. He's going to have to run out. He's going to run with his legs. Is he going to be able to get the first down? He dives for it. Did he get there? They're going to mark him a little short. It's going to be 4th down. It was a good run, but it was not designed. It was a good effort, though. They're not going to go for it. They're going to punt it away with 1 minute left. 4th and 3. They came out way short. How was that 3 yards short? How did Mills go out of bounds 3 yards? Did that look 3 yards short of the first down marker? So the Texans go 3 and out in 45 seconds. Here's the punt. It's a fumble. He muffed it. It's loose. Texans might have an opportunity on it. He muffed the catch. They're trying to dig it out right now and sort it, see who's got it. Who's got the ball? Still digging. They still haven't called it. Now they're saying it's Titans ball. It bounced right off of him. Look at this. And look at this. Right into the hands of the Texans there. So many opportunities. The ball just bounced around and bounced around and bounced around, and the Titans get it back. Right in the hands of the Texans. It was kicked around, knocked around, all over the place. They couldn't manage to get it. That was the opportunity right there. Lost opportunity. Titans are going to have it at their own 21 with 49 seconds left on the clock. First and 10 from the 21-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining. Titans with the ball. 3-0 right before half. Handoff right up the middle. Gets about 1 yard. And that's maybe what the Texans should have done, is just to run the clock down. And the Titans just let the clock roll. Looks like they're going to run it again. No, he's going to pass. Can't believe it. He goes down the field and try to get a little saucy there, but it's an incomplete pass. 3rd and 9. 25 seconds left. This is so ridiculous. Both teams acting retarded right now. Texans not the only ones with terrible play calling at the moment. I was going to say, hey, the Titans are actually doing the smart thing and running the clock out, but now, I don't know, they might have to punt. Cam in the shotgun, 5 on the play clock. He just got the snap. He drops back. He's got a target on the left side. He caught it. What was he in bounds? They say no, he was out of bounds. 4th and 9. 20 seconds left. Yeah, he had his foot out. He had 1 foot in. Good throw. He should have drug his foot. That was a good throw, man. Too bad your guy didn't drag his foot. It's fine for me, though. 4th and 9, they're going to punt it away with 20 seconds left. Terrible play calling right now. Hecker's punt goes down to Knoll at about the 33-yard line. He tries to run around the right side, but he doesn't have anywhere to go. Texans are going to have it about the 35-yard line with 9 seconds left. Little Caesar's deal, dear. Are they running out of ideas or what? We got less than 10 seconds before half. Mills comes out. Texans line up at the 35-yard line. He's in the shotgun. Is he going to take a stab? Yeah, he drops back. He's going to throw it down the middle. Almost intercepted. 5 seconds left. Schultz was the target, but that was a terrible throw and very dangerous. Almost intercepted right in the middle of the field. Still going with the terrible play calling, I see. We might as well do that the whole first half. It's been the trend. 5 seconds. Here's the snap. He hands it off. Marks has it up the middle. He gets taken down after 2 yards, and that's going to be it for the first half. Thank God. I can't take any more of that. It's 3-0 Titans at halftime. Well, at least we got some defense. 3 points given up by the Texans defense. We're going to take a quick look at the stats. There's nothing impressive here on either side. Total yards, Texans actually have 138. It's at best mediocre. The Titans have 92. That's less than stellar. 109 passing yards for Mills, 79 for Ward. 29 rushing yards. Absolutely terrible rushing yards for the Texans. 31, rather. 31. I forgot. They just added the 2 yards. They just updated. They added the 2 yards on that last rush by Marks. So 31 total rushing yards. Still crappy. Only 13 rushing yards. So the Texans defense have allowed 92 total yards. They're not having any problems. They've actually decreased the Titans' yards per play. After that first drive, the Titans were averaging 5.5 or so yards per play. 4.5, I'm sorry. But now it's down to 3.8. The Texans are averaging 4 yards per play. 9 first downs for the Texans. 5 for the Titans. Now this is where it's really hurt for the Texans. 3 for 8 on 4th down. They're not even After 8 attempts, they're not even 50% on their third downs. The Titans are 2 for 6. They were 2 for 3. Their last 3 attempts have been shut down by the Texans. After that opening drive, they were just unable to really do anything against the Texans' D. Texans have ran 35 plays. Titans 24. The big deal on offense is the Texans allowing 2 sacks at the most inopportune times. These are just not random sacks. Texans had the ball at the 1-yard line of the Titans. 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. Gave up a sack, turned the ball over. Later on, it was 3rd down and a substantial margin, maybe 3rd and 7. And they gave up another sack, and that put them not only out of field goal range for sure, but also forced them to punt. So there were 2 sacks allowed by the Texans that ended their drives. 3 punts by both teams. Both teams had penalties, 30 yards for the Texans, 37 for the Titans. No fumbles lost, although there was a muffed punt by the Titans and the ball was bounced around for about 10 minutes. The Texans were not able to come up with it. No interceptions this game. No touchdowns thrown. No touchdowns at all, actually. Nothing at all. But you know what? I'm gonna do something here. If you guys and gals don't mind, I'm gonna share something with you. I saw a short video on YouTube yesterday, and actually, while I'm talking about that, I think I can show the NFL scoreboard. I have an NFL scoreboard. I'll show that for you. There you go. For those of you who are interested in scores around the league, I'll play a little music. And while I'm playing that music, I will go over the scores, the scoreboard for the NFL. Together we know. Whoa, that's loud. Yeah, that's the one I want to play, I think. Let me turn my my desktop audio up. I think that'll be okay. Let's try that.
I wish I could undo what I've done to you. I swear that I'm trying, but it speeds up your dying. That's the way it seems, with the pain and the screams, real or imagined, in life or in dreams. I know we're together, undivided like one, but I know I'll endure beyond the setting sun, while you slowly decay. And day after day, we're steady apart until you pass away. Help me to know we're the there's a way, that's what some others say. But while some seem to be healed, I will only get pilled. It's just me and you, it seems, and the most difficult things, and to fail is the end.
All right, so let's see here. It is halftime right now, and we can take a quick look at some of the scores. There are some games in the middle of the screen where my camera is right now. It's blocking. My camera is blocking some of the scores, but these games haven't started. They're scheduled for later, so you don't have to worry about those. Let's just take a look at the games that are in progress right now. The Panthers and the Falcons are at halftime. Falcons up 21-10. Also at halftime, the Bengals and the Steelers. The Steelers ahead 10-6. 20 seconds before halftime, Packers with the ball. It's tied up 13-13 with the Giants. Vikings and Bears also in halftime. It's 10-3 Bears. The Bills hanging on to the lead against the Buccaneers right now, right before halftime. (21-17), the Bills are in the lead by 4. Chargers and Jaguars are playing. Chargers not looking very hot right now. Down 14-6 in the third quarter. Third quarter just started a little while ago. It looks like the Dolphins and Commanders went into extra innings. And the Dolphins pulled it out 16-13. Patriots won their game 27-14 against the Jets. The quality is pretty bad, but on my camera, but I'm not surprised considering how I haven't got any lights on in here. I haven't shaved in a while, maybe a week. Buccaneers just scored. It's 20-21. So they were able to score right before halftime. Brendan says we need a pick six. Yeah, we need a big defensive play to get this offense fired up. We need something, you know. We definitely need something. Second half kickoff going to be coming up in just a couple of moments. They just wrapped up the halftime show. This song that's playing right now, by the way, I just wrote it yesterday. And I wrote it after I watched a short video. It was a YouTube short by an Indian girl who had cancer. And she did some focused meditation. And while she was doing yoga, she did focused meditation, and I guess you could say she really focused in on healing, trying to forgive herself and letting go of all of the letting go of all of the shame, the guilt, and the hate that she had towards herself and her body, and about various things. You know, the way she looked, her career, her success, the way other people perceived her, all the judgments, basically, you could say. That's the simple way to say it. All of the judgments that she had placed against herself and her body. She focused on letting those things go and asking forgiveness for those things and accepting herself. She did that during her meditations and yoga, and she actually recovered from cancer after that. So it wasn't medicine or drugs or surgery or anything like that that saved her. It was her focus on letting go of her judgments against her own body and what she thought she needed to be but wasn't. Anyway, after I heard that, I decided to write a song. And that's what I just played for you. We're getting ready for the third quarter to start. But it seems to be more of a military show right now than a football show. I like how the Texans coach is wearing a Texans hoodie and not the military hoodie. I prefer that because this is a football game. There's the kickoff all the way back into the end zone, and he's going to kneel it. It's going to be a touchback. Cam Ward and the Titans will take over from the 35-yard line. Second half is underway. Yeah, the Titans head coach is wearing the military Titans thanks for your service type shirt. I don't have any problem with the shirt, but I just feel like I'm here for football, not patriotic propaganda. When you've lived in China like I have, you start to question a lot of the military propaganda. For those of you who lived abroad, maybe you can understand what I mean by that. Second down and 5. The run up the middle picks up about 4.5. Well, technically it's second down and 6 according to what it says on the screen, but whatever. 2 men in the backfield. Ward under center. He's going to hand it off. Texans take him down immediately at the line of scrimmage. They push him backwards, but he's going to get forward progress, so it's going to be third down and 6. Good strong D right there. Just stood him up right at the line. Did not even give him an inch. This is what I'm talking about right here. The Texans D just shutting it down on third down. This is where you earn your big bucks. Ward in the shotgun. He's going to throw it over onto the right side. And it's caught on the sliding catch. Another first down. That's the down you needed to shut them down on, 3rd and 6, and they couldn't do it. It wasn't a great pass, but it was enough. First down, Titans. Ball on the 47-yard line. They're almost at mid. No, they're just past midfield, actually. They just went over the 50. No, I'm sorry. They didn't. Okay. Oh, they did. My bad. I was looking the wrong way. I'm confused. You'll have to forgive me. And another pass play for first down. Viewers joining in. Thanks for being here. Make sure you like the live stream. 12.5 to go in the third. Titans moving the ball after that third down pickup. Apparently now they're having no problem throwing it down 10 to 12 yards to get those first downs. Here comes the snap. Cam Ward rolls out to the right side and throws it down the field. He's got a man wide open and he misses him. He had him wide open, but Ward let it go a little early and he wasn't expecting it at that time. That was terrible blown coverage by the Texans. Look at that. Wide open he was. He just wasn't ready for the ball to come in that early. That would have been a touchdown for sure. Texans got lucky there. 2nd and 10. Cam in the shotgun. He's going to fire it again down the field. He's got a man for about 8 yards. 3rd down and 2. They just called Cam Ward Cam Newton. They said Cam Newton's in a zone right now. I mean, Cam Ward. Hilarious. 3rd down and 3. 10 seconds on the play clock. 11.5 in the third. They're going to hand it off, go up the middle. They stop him. They might have to go for a field goal here. They got a long yard to go, maybe 1.5 yards, almost 2 yards. It's 4th and 2. They send out the field goal unit. They're going to go for 3. Ran right into the big dude. Here comes a field goal attempt. 47-yarder. No problem. Right up the middle. If he can make 56, I think he can make anything less than that, right? It's 6-0 Titans. Texans get a halfway decent stop, but they were just too soft. I'm not going to say that's a win. Some would say that's a defensive win, but they never should have had the opportunity to kick a field goal. Texans giving up those long pass plays. They're lucky they didn't give up a touchdown. If that pass had been made, it would be 10-0 right now. And then with the way that the Titans are playing offense, 10-0 might be out of reach. .45 left in the third quarter. The Texans are about to get the ball back. Yeah, this is the commercial I was talking about, where they're doing like the fake baby baptisms with football gear, Buffalo Bills football gear. I wonder if that's going to raise some complaints. But who knows? I hope you all can join me for the Rockets game later on. Depending on how this game goes, you might need it as a pick-me-up. We just cannot lose. We cannot lose to a 1-8 team, especially one in our division. 6-0 Titans. Here comes the kickoff. Noel back to receive it. It's going to go through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Mills coming back out onto the field. Last week's win was his first one since 2022. He hasn't had a win in more than 3 years. 14 of 22 passing today with 130 yards. They need to pick up about 65 or 66 yards on this drive. Take the lead. Under center. 2 men in the backfield. Here comes the snap. Fake handoff to Chubb. He throws down the middle to Collins. Collins has it and a little bit more. Has the first down and about 4 extra. They move it beyond the 50-yard line. Nico Collins with a great catch. That was a good throw from Mills. About a 20-yard gain, actually. 1st and 10. From the 47 of the Titans. 2 men in the backfield. They're going to hand it off on first down. I believe that was Chubb right up the middle. Picked up about 4. .45 left in the third. 2nd and 5. Mills in the shotgun. Going to throw it down the middle. It's caught by Collins all the way down to the 28-yard line. First down. Nice. No huddle. They didn't have time for the replay. Mills is going to run it up the middle. He doesn't have a man, so he runs it up the middle. Picks up about 3 or 4. Loses the ball, but he was already down. It'll be 2nd and about 7. I need a pad on the seat. This computer chair is definitely not as soft as mine. So I wish I'd brought my seat pads with me. Didn't think I'd need them. 2nd and 7. Mills in the shotgun. He's going to drop back. He throws it down the right side. He's got a man in the corner. Higgins with the catch. And he reaches out to try to get the touchdown. They're going to mark him down about the 1.5-yard line. Perfect throw. Great catch. And he went for the pylon there. But they're going to mark him short. Texans finally moving the ball down the field, but they're doing the hurry-up offense right now. 8 minutes left in the third. 1st and goal from the 1.5-yard line of the Titans. Come on now, you got this. Mark's in the backfield. They hand it off, and he gets immediately swallowed up. And they lose 2 yards. 2nd and goal from the 3.5-yard line. I feel like these short passes are perfect for Mills right here. 3.5 yards. Got a player down. Several players are knelt down. Some of them are praying for the guy that's down on the field, and they go to a commercial. They didn't show the guy down on the field, so I don't know who it is, and I don't know what kind of condition he's in, but that doesn't look good. Anytime you see the players knelt down on the field, typically that's not a very good sign at all. Let's see here. We got about 18 viewers. Man, I look forward to the day when I have at least 180 on the Texans games, and then even 1,000, 1,800 on the Texans games. Can you imagine that? I know that there's another guy who does the play calling for the Texans, and he is way too energetic for me. I wouldn't say necessarily just energetic, but just too loud. Everything that he does is loud. Even if he's just giving basic stats, the whole time he's loud. I just can't take that kind of play calling. But I do believe that what I'm doing here is a lot better. It is a little more chill, especially at this time of day. It's 4:53 in the morning here in Japan. But the good thing is that I have my scoreboard layout. I also occasionally have my NFL scoreboard. Who else has that? Nobody. It looks like the Bills have a 1-point lead over the Buccaneers. It's 21-20 in that game. Broncos and the Chiefs have not started. I'm not sure. I need to change my scoreboard so that it has the start times. Right now it just says scheduled, but I don't know the actual start time of those games. I'd have to look it up. Okay. One of the Texans. It's one of the Texans. Me a handoff. No, he's going to throw it, and it's right in the end zone. I told you, 3.5 yards from the end zone is perfect distance for Mills, and he throws the touchdown pass. It's 6-6. Collins with the reception. Finally, we have a score, and we have 6 points with a chance for more. Perfect pass, just in time. Collins pulls it in. Easy peasy Japanesey. Can we get the extra point, please? He lines it up. Extra point looks good. The stats on the screen tell me it's good already. Nice, 7-6. Texans take the lead, finally. First lead of the game. It only took about 2.5 quarters to get a score. But with that score, they have the lead by a massive 1 point. Like I said, 3.5 yards from the end zone, that's perfect distance for Mills to throw an easy pass. And sure enough, that's what he did. It's interesting because some quarterbacks have a more difficulty when they're right up on the end zone, throwing a pass into the end zone for a touchdown. There's not as much room. It's a little crowded. But this is kind of Mills's sweet spot. I've said it over and over again. And that's what he's been doing on this drive. Here's the kickoff. All the way down to about the 5-yard line, and he brings it back. Gets it out to about the 30-yard line. And that's where the Titans will start. First and down from their own 30. 7:19 left in the third quarter. Texans now up to 205 total yards. Passing yards make up the bulk of those at 167. Just 38 rushing yards. 4.9 yards per play. Texans slowly but steadily raising their yards per play. 13 first downs. Ward in the backfield fakes the handoff, looks over on the left side and dumps it. He's going to get nailed in the backfield. Oh, a missed opportunity there. That could have been a loss of 5 yards. Texans D missed it, let him get around and actually gain a yard. He got back to the line of scrimmage plus a little extra. It'll be 2nd and 9. Oh, 2nd and 5? How did he get 5 yards? I didn't see that. They're saying now it's 2nd and 5. What did I miss there? I thought he went out of bounds after just a yard gained. That's a little strange, but there is a man down. The head coach is going to come out and check on him. It's a Titan. And they're going to take a commercial. It was an offensive lineman, Brendan. Right now, there is a Titan down grabbing his leg, but he doesn't seem to be very injured. One of the offensive linemen for the Texans got his leg kind of rolled a little bit. I don't have an update on his condition right now. Eating sounds good. Whenever this game is done, I don't know how much time I'm going to have. I've got a Rockets game to do today. I'm looking forward to that. I was really thinking that the Texans would be able to score a few touchdowns because I thought that they would learn their lessons about Mills's abilities. But they clearly haven't been disciplined in their play calling. And so they've just made the game a lot more difficult than it should be. However, I'm really looking forward to the Rockets games. Kevin Durant and the Rockets have really won me over. Brendan, I don't know. Let me see if I can find out for you. I don't know the name of the player, but I will try to find out. These stupid advertisements on ESPN drive me nuts. Always making me click on the wrong things. Titans are going to run it on first down. They pick up about 3. 1 second. Oh, that's more than 3. They pick up 5 yards in the first down. What in the world is going on? Am I not just seeing where the ball's at on the field? Where are the injuries? Let me get back to the game here. I was right. It's 3rd and 3. They were short. Why did the commentators say there was a first down? That's batted down. Great defense. On a 3rd and 3, a short pass by Ward. And speed knocks it down. Good defense right here. Check this out. Right in his face. BJ Speed. 4th and 3, they're going to punt it away from their own, about their own 25-yard line or so, maybe 24. Here comes the kick. Noel should be back to get it. Ball bounces out of bounds on the left side. 1st and 10 now for the Texans with 5:54 left in the third quarter. Great stop. Perfect stop by the defense. It didn't let them move the ball down the field. Stopped them on 3rd down. That's exactly what we needed to see happen right there. Let me go back to the information on the ESPN site to see if I can see who was injured. Houston kick returns, punt returns, kicking, punting. What in the world is going on? Why is the... Okay. So difficult to find injuries. Play by play. I see the play, but they don't show the guy who was injured. Well, can't find it. Oh, Titus Howard. Yep. Okay, thanks. Yeah, it's funny because I never have to look up. I've never had to look up injured players on the NFL in an NFL game. It's easy for me to find them for MLB, but then again, I've been doing MLB games for quite a while now. I dug all around on the ESPN site, and even though they have all of this game info, there's literally nothing listed there that I can find for the injury. But Titus Howard, I appreciate that. Brendan says I can wait for can or cannot. Because if you can wait for him to come back, that means you're happy with Mills. But if you can't wait for him to come back, that means that you're tired of Mills and you want Stroud back. I want Stroud back. Honestly. I want Stroud. Mills is limited in his skill set. He would make himself a lot more dangerous if they'd give him more run plays instead of him running when he just absolutely had to. 1st and 10 for the Texans from their own 14-yard line. It's going to fake a handoff, go downfield. Nobody there, but that's because there's a hold. That's going to be pass interference on the defense. Okay, Brendan, you and I are the same. I can't wait for him to come back either. I want him back ASAP. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul, 1st down. You can see it right here. I can just grab his jersey, spin him around. Once again, making it obvious. First and 10 on the 28-yard line of the Texans. It's going to be a run right at the middle. That's Chubb. He picks up 7 yards on the right side. Nice little charge ahead. 23 people watching right now. Thanks for being here. Pardon me if I'm not sounding too energetic. It is 5:07 in the morning here in Hiroshima. I've got my window open right now. Got my curtains open. Not my windows, but I've got my curtains open. There's no light coming in from the outside, not yet. Not going to have any, there's not going to be any sun for at least 40 more minutes, I think. Looks like we got another handoff to Chubb up the middle, and he picks up just enough for the first down. 5 minutes left in the third. Texans up 7-6. If the Texans win today, they'll have a 31% chance to get to the playoffs by record alone. But if they lose, they'll only have a 9% chance. So today's a big game, but especially against a division opponent that sucks so bad, you can't lose this game. It's going to be a rushed pass by Mills. He gets hit as he throws it. He barely gets it away. They just miss a sack. Arden Key was there all over Mills just right away. Oh. Did he get nailed by his own guy? Oof. Mills got destroyed right there. 4:20 left in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Texans. Mills in the shotgun. He rolls to the left side. He's got a man wide open. And he picks up about 15 yards. Hutchinson. First down. Nice. Threw that ball about 9 yards. Just shy of the first down marker, maybe 8 yards. Hutchinson ran forward, picked up another 7 yards or so. They cross midfield there at the 46-yard line of the Titans. Mills, 1st and 10, the shotgun. He hands it off right up the middle. That's what he marks. Picks up about 3 or 4. Buccaneers just picked up a touchdown against the Buffalo Bills. 26-21. Second and 6. Mills in the shotgun. He drops back. He's got a man right down the middle. Catch is made all the way down to about the 27-yard line. Maybe, 27-yard line of the Titans. 28-yard line officially. Good throw, good toss. Just keep it short and simple. Good catch by Collins. 1st and 10 at the 28. Texans moving down the field again, looking like they've got something going on. Mills is back. He throws it deep. Oh, my God. See, this is what I'm talking about. Mills cannot make those throws. He throws it deep all the way to the end zone, overthrows his guy by, I don't know, 7 feet, 10 feet. And he was covered. He had 2 guys over there. Why do you make I'm telling you, don't make calls like that, dude. Mills doesn't make those throws most of the time. 2nd and 10. Mills in the shotgun. He's got Marks in the backfield. He hands it off. Mark goes up the middle, and he pushes forward for a decent gain, actually. Looks like he might have picked up 6. No, 5 officially. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 from the 23-yard line of the Titans. Do not accept a field goal. Push forward for the touchdown. The Texans are only 3 for 8 on 3rd down. That's absolutely horrible. They need to be 60% at least on 3rd down. Mills in the shotgun. He's got Nico Collins on the far side. Here's the snap. It's a little low. He's going to throw it to the left side. The ball was there, but it was a terrible idea to throw it there. The coverage was perfect. Another long throw, and it doesn't work out. Why throw it there? Look at it. The coverage is there. Why would you throw it there? It wasn't a fade. It wasn't a back shoulder. I mean, it wasn't a back shoulder fake throw. I don't know what they were trying to do there, but you don't throw it in a coverage like that. That's 2 throws into coverage downfield for Mills, and neither one of them worked out. No duh. Thank goodness the field goal is good. It's 10-6 Texans. I wish I could whisper into the coach's ear. This is what I would say. Stop having Mills throw the ball downfield. Make short passes only. Arigato. That's what I would whisper. 1:32 left in the third. Hilarious looking. What in the world is that? Titans about to get the ball back with 1.5 left in the third. They're down by 4. Kickoff on the way. All the way down to the goal line. He'll bring it back to the 20, 25, and take it down a little past the 25. Maybe about the 27, he goes out of bounds. I love these stats. It's hilarious. Rookie records, first overall picks. All of these notable quarterbacks starting off so terribly. 1st and 10 from the 27. It's going to be a passing play on the right side. He catches it, but they shut him down immediately. 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. I'm definitely going to have to at least grab one of my pillows, maybe in the commercial break, and put in this chair, because this chair is just too solid for me. $125 left in the third. 2nd and 8. Here's the play. Cam throws over the left side. He's got a guy. They only pick up a few yards. They're going to be 4 yards short. It's 3rd and 4. Texans going to have to find a way to get better on 3rd down. They're just 3 for 9 today. 6 seconds on the play clock. And they're going to let it wind down to the end of the 3rd quarter. Ten to 6 Texans at the end of 3. So I'm not going to complain about them getting 10 points in the quarter. If they could get 10 points every quarter, who would complain about that? The Texans consistently getting 10 points every quarter, 40 points a game. I think that Houston fans would be very, very happy about that. A touchdown and a field goal every quarter. 1 touchdown, 1 field goal every quarter as the minimal bar. The minimal bar. turning that into an average of 40 points per game. It sounds pretty easy, doesn't it? If you think about it, it sounds easy. 1 touchdown and 1 field goal in a quarter. That's it. If you do that every quarter, you wind up with 40 points, and 40 points in a game is quite good. Easier said than done, especially for an offense like this. 20 people viewing right now. Make sure you like the live stream. We've got a short commercial going at the moment. We just got into the fourth quarter. 15 minutes to go in the game. 3rd and 4 from the Titans' own 32-yard line. I do appreciate you all being here with me today. Going through some growing pains right now with my channel. The transition from baseball over to basketball and football is a difficult situation. I made the move to this apartment in Hiroshima City because during the wintertime, it's very difficult to live in my old house. But my old house doesn't have indoor plumbing. So I hope the channel can grow quickly to make up the difference. 3rd and 4. He's back. They almost get a sack. They rush him out, and he runs for the first down. He slides down. Of course, word finally runs. The Texans put pressure on him, but he runs right by everybody, and they let him go for the first down. First down at the 42-yard line. They're going to hand it off and go up the middle. He's hitting the backfield, taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. I'd like for someone to explain to me why the Titans are doing better on 3rd down than the Texans. Second and 10, 14:24 left in the quarter. Cam in the shotgun. Three seconds on the play clock. They just snap it. He's going to go to the right side. It's overthrown and almost intercepted. 3rd and 10. Once again, what should be an easily doable opportunity to shut them down on 3rd down. The defender didn't see that ball coming. I thought he might have had a chance to intercept it, but he didn't even see it, it looks like. 3rd and 10. 8 seconds on the play clock. Ward in the shotgun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He finally gets the snap. He's looking downfield, and he's taken down. Thank God, the first sack of the game. The ball is out. It looked like some of the referees were saying that he was down. It's either going to be a sack for 4th down, or it's going to be a turnover on a fumble. We're going to see right here. Take a quick look. Either way, it's a good play, but I'd prefer the fumble. That's absolutely for sure. Yeah, it's a fumble. That ball's out. As soon as he hit him, that ball came out. Texans with the ball in Titans territory. Finally, big defensive play. Just been waiting for that to happen. It wasn't the pick six, Brendan. But I'll take it. 13 and a half left in the fourth quarter. 10-6 Texans, and they take over in Titans territory. The officials are taking a look to make sure that his arm wasn't moving forward in a passing motion. Yeah, there's no way that's there's no way that's a pass. He had just started to move his arm backwards. I mean, he had literally just started to bring the ball down. And he didn't even get a chance to get the hand and the arm back, much less move it forward. That, my friends, is what you call a turnover. That's the old fumblerooski. Actually, it's not the real fumblerooski, but, you know. But it is what it is. 1st and 10 Texans at the Tennessee 34. That's what I'm talking about. Mills hands off the ball up the middle to Marks, and he gets stood up. Nothing doing on 1st down. 2nd and 9. Second down and 9. This must be turned into a touchdown. Come on, guys. Shotgun, Mills, nobody in the backfield. He looks to the left side. He's got a guy in the middle. It's knocked down. Coverage was there once again. Terrible decision. Mills was locked in on one guy the whole time on the left side. Tried to get him on the slant, but he was covered. The defense was there. You can see right here. Why? Why would you throw it there? He was covered the whole time. 3rd and 9, another long situation. Let's see if they can get the 1st down. Shotgun, Mills has one guy in the backfield. Blitz is on, and he throws it down the middle. It's just shy of the 1st down. Schultz grabs it, picks up 8 yards. It's going to be 4th and 1. Are they going to go for it? They're sending the kicking unit out. Well, the field goal is good. Here comes the replay on the field goal. Squeezes it in. 13-6 Texans. 3 drives, 3 scores, a touchdown, and 2 field goals. That's phenomenally better than the first half of the game. Like I said before, getting 10 points a quarter is not something I'm going to complain about. So there's 12 minutes left in this game. That means if the Texans can get 1 touchdown at least just 1 touchdown this quarter, then I will be content with this second half. Scoring 20 points in the second half will be highly acceptable to me. The Titans will be getting the ball back in just a moment. With 12 minutes left, they are down by 7 points. In the name of McDermott and the holy... Wow. There it is again. There's this commercial again. Instead of saying in the name of of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. They're saying in the name of, and they're naming players. That's a very racy commercial. Whoever wrote that and whoever did that, that takes a lot of balls to do that. Can you imagine if there were a soccer game and they had a commercial where they were taking like Islam and doing something like that with football, and Islam baptizing the babies into football, into soccer rather. I say football, but into soccer. Basically, making it look like the Islam style. People would freak out, right? Brutus says, 8th straight game with a sack or fumble recovery. Nice. Brendan says, wow, the Texans seem better in the third and fourth quarter. Yeah, they don't actually wake up, do they? Until later on. Here's a kickoff, by the way. And it's not going to be returned. It'll go through the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. So the Titans will start at their own 35-yard line. In 2018, the Texans started off 0-3 and they wound up 11-5. It was a tremendous year until they got to the playoffs. They ended their year like they started it, I guess you could say. Total plays right now for the Texans, 54, 29. I'm sorry, 59. No, that was right, 54. Versus 40 for the Titans. First play from scrimmage, they're going to hand it off right up the middle. Picks up about 5 yards. 2nd and 5 for the Titans. Brutus says blasphemy. Yeah, it seems so. I seriously though, Brutus, I really can't believe that they're showing that commercial. I can't believe that they made it. I can't believe that it was approved. I can't believe they're showing it. Where's the public outrage? 2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line. Pass is knocked down at the line. A flubber. That was a flubber. Man, it is difficult to try to do highlights while I'm sneezing. I'm having to sneeze at the same time. That's difficult. Too many tiny buttons to click while you're sneezing. It's a challenge. 3rd and 5. Let's shut him down. Ward is back. He's rushed out. They might get a sack, and they do. Heck yes. Finally, an official sack of the Texans. And that's going to force a punt. 4th down, baby. 4th and a hopeless 11. Here comes the kick. Noel takes it about the 28-yard line, and he runs it back. His own man almost hits him. He's able to pick up a little bit, but his own man almost ran into him. Pretty good field position for the Texans. They definitely have the opportunity to get the touchdown here. First and 10 at the 38-yard line. Mills and crew back on the field. I still can't believe that C.J. Stroud has been out for so long. I'm flabbergasted. That's the only way I know how to say it. Mills under center. He's got 2 men in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. He looks over to the left side. He's got a guy open, but he overthrows him. See what I'm talking about? When he's got to make those longer throws, he just can't really hit them. Second down and 10. Pass on the right side. He's got a man. Collins grabs it. He's going to be about 4 yards shy of the first down. Third and 4 from the Texans' own 44-yard line. Brutus says the Jags are winning by a lot, unfortunately, so we need KC to lose to the Broncos and Ravens to lose to the Browns. Yeah, it sucks whenever you're playing like the Astros and you start needing other people to lose so that you can have a chance, you know. Pass on the left side to Schultz. Schultz is getting up slowly. Looks like he hurt his arm. He's not moving his left arm. That's not good. He's running off the field, though. The target... The throw target was good. That was a good throw, actually, by Mills, but it was, like I said, it was in a sweet spot. It was about a 6 or 7 yard throw right in his hands. Schultz missed it, so they're going to have to punt the ball off all the way down. Wow. Around the 10-yard line. Did it go out of bounds? Kingsley grabbed it for the Titans, but it looks like it bounced out of bounds. They're going to have it around the 10-yard line. Officially, it's the 12-yard line. That's a good punt right there. Punted it over to the left side and went right out of bounds. No chance for a return. Perfect punt. Give that guy a raise. Texans don't do anything on that possession, unfortunately. They had great field position. Couldn't do crap with it. 9:32 left in the fourth quarter. Let's take a look at the scores right quick. Since Brutus mentioned the scores, let's take a look at our NFL scoreboard here. That's another game that I want. I want the Bills to beat the Buccaneers, but right now it's looking like the Buccaneers might pull it out. It's 32-31. The Bills are letting me down. Jaguars are destroying the Chargers. I didn't see that one coming. 35-6. That's absolutely ridiculous. Let's see here. What else do we have? What else do we have? Yeah, the Browns and the Ravens that will start at a later time is actually covered up by my camera on the screen right there. But all is good. Me too, Brendan. I agree. Like I said earlier, if the Texans score 10 points in each quarter, I'm happy with that. But this quarter, their best opportunity so far, they blew it. Actually, they've had two great opportunities. They only came up with the field goal the first time. Second time, they didn't do anything, even with great field position. But they still have 9 minutes in the game, 9.5. They will definitely get the ball back one time, if not two. So if they get another touchdown, I will definitely be satisfied as well. 20 points in the second half is good for me. They rush Ward into the end zone, and he throws it away. Really close to a safety there. He scrambled backwards into the end zone. There's a flag down. Are they going to call that grounding? Yeah. No, holding. Okay. So that's a holding penalty, half the distance to the end zone. Yeah, I grabbed him. Not too much of a grab, though. First and 16 from the 6-yard line. He throws it over on the left side. He runs into his own man. He manages to pick up about 5 yards. Second and about 10, maybe. Second and 5. Second and 10. It's second and 10. Why did I say 5? I'm looking at different numbers on the screen. Ward in the shotgun. He's got one man in the backfield. 4 seconds on the play clock. 3, 2, and they snap it. He's going to drop back and look down the field. He's got a man right in the middle. He's immediately hit by a couple of defenders. So they come up about 4 or 5 yards shy of the first down. 3rd and 4, that's manageable distance. But can the Texans shut it down again and give them a nice 3 and out? Get this ball back. 17 first downs for the Texans, only 8 for the Titans. Let's shut them down right here. Shotgun play on the right side. He throws it. Oh, he stumbles down. Good job right there. The receiver catches it but stumbles to the grass, and he gets back up, but he's immediately tackled back down to the ground. See right there, he fell down. He slipped, and he got taken down immediately. 4th and 7. That was Spears. He actually lost them a few yards on that play. Here comes the punt. Hopefully we can get some really good field position here. Nola has to back up all the way down to the 25. He's running it back 30, 35, 40, 45, 46. Holy cow, nice return there by Noel. It looks like the Texans are going to have the ball at almost midfield. That was a great return by Noel, about 25 yards. Texans are going to have it at the 48-yard line. No excuse not to get a touchdown here. Here's that return. Look at this. Nice block right there. Higgins kind of blocked him out. That looked like basketball. Block him out and get the rebound. Oh, it's a 46-yard line. They changed to the 46. It was at the 48. Woody marks right up the middle. Doesn't go anywhere. Second down. Brendan says the Jags have a very easy schedule to the end of the year. Yeah, and the Texans have difficult games coming up. Very difficult games coming up. Bruce says all hell Texans defense. Amen to that. With a win today, they will avoid a very shameful NFL record. Pass over to the left side is complete to Hutchinson. picks up a few. Third down and 5. Very manageable for Mills. Just keep that short pass play. You can get this easy. And the commentators are like, that makes it difficult to get the first down on the third down. No, it doesn't. 3rd and 5 is easy for Mills. It's 3rd and 10 and 3rd and 20 that's hard. Mills drops back, and he's going to get sacked. Of course, he can't make a pass if he doesn't have the protection. That's the 3rd freaking sack. No, is that the 4th? No, that's the 3rd sack this game allowed by the Texans. He didn't have any time to throw a 5-yard pass. As soon as he dropped back, he had to try to run for it, and they grabbed him immediately. He had a guy right there. Did he not turn around in time? Sickening. Absolutely sickening. Texans' offensive line is going to be the death of this team. Here comes the punt. Over on the left side again. It's going to bounce out of bounds. What a good kick. Out of bounds around the 5-yard line. Wow, beautiful. I wish the Texans' offensive line were as good as the punter. 4:57 left in the game. Texans with a miserable 13-6 lead. They're up by 7 points to the Titans. The freaking Titans. Ward in the shotgun on first down. He takes the snap, drops back, looking for a man. He's got one right down the middle. The coverage is there, but he's able to catch it. I think they're going to pick up about 1 yard. Second down and 9. Why is it 2nd and 6? I didn't think he got that much. I got 4 yards? I thought I only got 1. I think the line of scrimmage marker is broken. Another short pass by Ward. Looked like another 1 yard gain. 3rd and 4. Sometimes the scrimmage marker is showing wrong on the screen. It looks like, because I swear to you that on that first play, they threw a 1 yard pass. They tackled him immediately, but somehow they got 4 yards out of it. Explain that. It's got to be because the marker on the screen is wrong. 3rd and 4. Pass right down the middle, and he gets just enough. He gets 5 yards. That's what you call a Mills pass down the middle. 5 yards. Just a real quick pass right in the middle. 1st and 10. 3:20 left in the 4th quarter. Titans do a hurry-up offense. Ward in the shotgun now. He slows it down. Here's the snap. He tries to throw it down the middle, but it's knocked down again at the line of scrimmage. Three passes knocked down by the defensive line today. 2nd and 10. Bruce says, Bills Thursday night football. They're in our way for a wild card. Plan on streaming Thursday night. Yep, Brutus. I'll be doing the Bills game. Absolutely. I might even have a co-commentator, a friend of mine. Ward rolls out to the left side. He's got a look downfield, wide open and incomplete. How was he so wide open? Kinsley. How did he miss this pass? They're blaming that on the receiver. You gotta come down with this ball. Somehow, some way, you gotta make that catch. That's what they said. It wasn't Ward, it was the receiver, right? He could have made... I mean, the guy was wide open. How do you make a pass like that when you got a guy wide open? As a quarterback, you have to make that throw. 3rd and 10. Shotgun. He's back. He's going to throw it long down the side and overthrows him. And they're going to throw a flag. It's going to be pass interference. They're already moving down the field. Oh my God. 3rd and 10. Couldn't play good defense. You had to go grabbing. They're discussing it right now. Yep, pass interference, of course. 26 watching right now. Thanks for being here. Make sure you like the live stream. Let's grow the channel. 26 watching on a Texans live stream is just not good enough. There's the grab. Just holding his... Okay. Yes, Brutus. I'm also streaming the Rockets after this game. I hope I can get a little nap, and then I will be back for the Rockets game. I've got a special upgrade for my Rockets live stream. I'm looking forward to that. I hope that you'll like it. Little toss on the... No, he runs it. He doesn't have a toss to go, and they let him go all the way up the field for a first down. But there's a flag. It might be coming back. Probably a hold on the offense. No, it's a call against the Texans. Hands to the face, Autry. He should have gotten a call for hands to the face earlier. Yeah, it's right there. It's pretty obvious. Autry often gets his hands up too high. I'm surprised they didn't call it earlier, but they called it that time. 1st and 10 for the Titans at the 40-yard line of the Texans. Ward is going to throw to the right side. 8-yard gain. .225 left before the end of the game. They're letting the clock run. 1st down at the Texans, 32. I'm sorry, 2nd down and 2, my bad. 2nd and 2 at the Texans, 32. Ward in the shotgun. He's got one man in the backfield. Looks like that might be a false start. Yeah, it is. Second down and 7. And Brutus says excited about Rocket stream updates. Sweet big Lamborghini spoiler on the trunk. You could have Mako paint. I'll be on to see. Maybe not quite. Maybe not quite that good, but maybe close. Maybe close. 2nd and 7. Come on, this is an opportunity for the defense to shut them down. 2-1 on the play clock. 0. Did they get it off? Ward, he scrambles. They're going to take him down. He is totally destroyed in the backfield for another sack. That's 3 sacks now. The Texans have caught up and tied the Titans for 3 sacks. I just heard the first train of the morning at 5:50 a.m. Ward destroyed in the background for a loss in the backfield for a loss of 10. 3rd and 17. Brendan says that Tari Eason's out 4 to 6 weeks with his injury. I'm not surprised, Brendan. He had a contusion on his hip, right? I thought, wow, that was fast. Is it just me, or is it, or does it seem like the Houston Rockets are much faster with examining and determining what's wrong with their players? When the Astros have a player go out like that, we don't hear about them having a contusion and them being out sometimes for days or weeks. We don't hear, well, they're day to day. You know, we're gonna do an MRI one day, sometime in the future, and but right now we're just letting him kind of go day to day, see how he feels, and if he's still not 100%, a few days from now we'll discuss having an MRI. This is kind of how I feel the Astros handle it. The Rockets are like, immediately take him to the locker room. They get him scanned. I remember while I was calling that game, they said that he had a hip contusion. They announced it while the game was going. The Astros would never do that. 31 people viewing right now. We're on a short commercial break. We're just waiting to get back from this commercial break. Big play coming up right now. I think this is 4-down territory for the Titans. They're down by 7 points. It's 3rd and 17 from the Titans. I'm sorry, from the Texans' 47-yard line. There's only 1 minute and 55 seconds left in the fourth. They're going to have to go for it if they don't get it here. Come on, Texans D needs to shut them down. This is where they really give the Texans an opportunity to take this game. Ward drops back. He's going to go way downfield. It's a bomb. Oh, my God. It's complete. Are you kidding me? All the way down to the 5-yard line. Cam Ward gets punished, but he goes deep from the 47-yard line all the way down to the 5-yard line. Huge, huge mistake for the Texans defense. Please shut them down. I do not want an overtime game. I want to get some rest. Ward has no place to go. He tries to run and he's pulled down, but he picks up about 4 yards. Clock is running. 1:38. Timeout is called. The Texans call timeout. Yeah, what kind of terrible defense is this? So many players over there, and they leave him wide open for the perfect pass. He was a good 3 yards ahead of the defender there. 2nd and goal right now from the 4-yard line. Come on, Texans. For the rest of your comment, I'll get to it in just a second. Throw to the right side, and he's going to get the touchdown right in the corner. Titans get a TD. Of course they do. They are an extra point away from tying up the game. Just barely over there on the right side. Terrible. Fluttershy says it's pretty silly how Houston has one of the best medical centers and somehow the Astros still act like they don't know how to take care of the players. Yeah, and they don't know how to report it either. Extra point, is it going to be good? Yes, it is. Right up the middle, of course. And we have a tie game with 1:35 left. So, can Mills lead a drive down the field to just kick a field goal? That's all we need is a field goal. So, it's the defense in the end that lets us down at the very end. Not the whole game, just at the very end. My question is, can the offense be the one to save the game? Isn't that funny? The defense is what held us in this game, that kept us in this game the whole time. And now it has to be the offense to win the game. It's so ridiculous. Brutus says, oh, crap. Come on, offense. Let's go, Mills. But yeah, Fluttershy, you're right about the Astros. Houston, I mean, look at it. Think about how stupid it is. Whoops. Think about how stupid it is that they have Herman Medical Center patches on the players' jerseys. Maybe that's why the Rockets, because they have the medical center patches on their jerseys. Maybe that's why the Rockets get better medical treatment. Maybe that's why their players get checked out faster. Maybe the Astros need the Herman Medical Center patches on their jerseys. Okay, here we go. Mills comes into the game. The Texans offense is on the field with 1:35 left at their own 35-yard line. (23 of 37 today for 237 yards and 1 TD. Add one more TD or a field goal to this and I'll be happy. Complete over the right side. Good gain. That's going to be a pickup of almost 15. That's a good start. It stops the clock. Beautiful play. Ball at the 48-yard line. First down. Took almost no time off the clock. It's 1:29 left. Texans with the ball at their own 48-yard line. Here's the snap. He's looking for a man, doesn't have anybody. He's going to get sacked. The clock is running down to 1:15 and moving. That's not the way you move the ball down the field, last I checked. Looks like we got a good play coming up now, though. Maybe. We'll see. Mills on second down fires over the right side. Incomplete. That was not a good play. Third down and 16. I'm telling you, this is not Mills' strong suit. You can't be throwing it so far down the field. His success rate is low. If he gets a long pass here, I'm going to be very shocked. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Third and 16. Mills and a shotgun. He drops back, throws it down the field. Oh my gosh, he has a man open. Did he make the catch? It's Collins. They say he was down. It's a catch. Yes, Nico Collins. Good grief. That was about an 18-yard gain and just enough for a first down. Oh my God. Oh my God. First and 10 from the 41-yard line of the Titans. Texans kicker warming up on the sidelines there. 44 seconds left in the game. Mills got a guy perfect. He throws the ball 4 yards ahead. They move the ball forward, get about 6 yards to Schultz. And that's exactly what you need to do over and over again. Ball's down to the 34-yard line. Just keep doing that. Just little cuts. 5-yard pass, run, 5-yard pass, run. But right now, you don't have much time. You do have one timeout, but you need to save that for a possible field goal. Here's that short pass. Oh, no, that's the long pass. That's the one over to Collins on the side. That's the short pass to Schultz right there. That's right. Nico, baby. They're still practicing on the sideline there. Ball is at the Tennessee 34-yard line. It's 2nd and 3. Are they going to risk a run up the middle right now? It looks like they are. Marks up the middle. Oh my gosh, he's got the first down and more. Marks with an explosion up the middle picks up a huge chunk. A huge chunk. Look at this run. Marks almost broke it there. If he had made a cut, I think he wasn't expecting. Whew. That one guy got his leg. He saved a touchdown, possibly. Okay, 1st and 10. 23 seconds left. Ball on the 25-yard line of the Titans. Come on, this is where we get to 500. Handoff right up the middle. It's Marks again, and he picks up another chunk. They're just running the clock down right now. Titans call a timeout. The ball's down to the 20-yard line. It's 2nd and 5. Titans only have one timeout remaining. "19 seconds, 2nd and 5. It's another run right up the middle. It's going to be Woody Marks. Marks almost picks up the first down, plunges ahead all the way down to almost the 15. 3rd and 2. 5, 4, 3. 2 seconds left. So the Texans are going to run it all the way down to 2 seconds. And that's what they're going to try to kick the game-winning field goal right here. With the ball on the Titans' 17-yard line. Third down and 2 with 2 seconds left in the game. This game is tied 13-13. Come on, kicker. This is Matthew Wright. Matthew Wright. He must be right on this field goal. It's a 35-yard attempt right down the middle. And timeout called by the Titans. They're trying to ice the kicker, but that ain't right. Yeah, Brutus, they tried it. You called it. It's very common, right? You got a timeout left. You might as well try to mess with the kicker. All right, they're lining back up. This is going to be for the game and for a 500 record, 5-5, and help the Texans keep a dream of some type of playoff performance alive. He is 2 for 2 today. This one from 35 yards. It's practically right down the middle. Here comes the kick, and looks like it's good. Yes. Texans win. It's good. Matthew Wright with the game-winning field goal. The Texans manage to get it down the field in a minute and a half. Kick the game-winning field goal at the end and win 16-13. The Texans didn't score any points in the first half. They scored 16 in the second half, just enough to squeak out a win against the Titans. This game did not bode well at all for what the Texans will do offensively going forward in the future. But the Texans are now 5-5. Yes, please hit that like button on the live stream. We did get up to about 40 viewers. I appreciate that. I really, really do. The channel is very modest right now on its viewership. After the baseball season ended, my viewership went way down, and now I'm really, really not doing well on the income. So just liking the video is a huge help for me. So I appreciate all of you liking the video. Leave some comments and donations if you feel so obliged. But sharing my channel, if you're not a subscriber, I appreciate you subscribing. But at the very minimal, like that live stream, and I do appreciate that. Just to give you a quick update on what the Texans did today before I get out of here. 315 total yards for the Texans, 229 for the Titans. 240 passing yards versus 171. 75 rushing yards. They didn't get to 100 rushing yards. That's not good. Versus 58 given up against the Titans. 4.6 yards per play. 20 first downs. They gave up 14 first downs. 4 for 13 on third down. That's absolutely horrible. So the Texans couldn't even get 30% on their third downs. 0 for 1 on fourth down. 68 total plays. 4 sacks allowed against Mills today. Punted the ball 5 times. 53 yards and penalties. No fumbles, no interceptions. That's good. Let's see here. Hey, Rusty Gamer comes in at the end and drops some memberships to the Go Dome. I appreciate that. Yeah, getting close to 1,500, but growth has been really, really slow, Brendan. I was expecting to be well over 1,500, maybe even 2,000 by the end of the baseball season, but unfortunately the Astros fizzled out and the hype just died. Even though the Texans now have played 10 games. It's not like it's the beginning of the season anymore, but they're just not bringing in the huge viewership that some of the other channels get at the moment. And so it'll take some time to grow the channel. And even though the Rockets are doing so well, my channel over there is growing, quite slowly as well. So just to give you an idea, my first month of monetization, I made some really good money that month, and it was a huge help to me. I really, really needed it, and it came in just in time. But so far, what I've made this month is about it's less than 20% of what I made 2 months ago. Last month I made less than half of what I made 2 months ago, and then this month so far I've made less than maybe 20%, I guess. But Rusty, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you gifting those memberships. I'm glad that some of you were able to get those memberships. Thanks, Rusty. I appreciate that. Thanks for listening in. Yes, Rusty, you definitely rock. That's for sure, Brutus. Thank you, Rusty. You're awesome. Rusty Gamer's a rocker. I appreciate you guys. It's 6:12 a.m. here. I do hope that you can join me. I just want to let you know that I've got a brand new Rockets scoreboard. Now, it looks the same. And of course, I like this layout, so I'm keeping this layout. But there's one thing that you can't see yet, because you probably already know that the NBA is very heavy-handed when it comes to keeping me from doing the previews and the highlights of the Rockets games. And so I've been spending a lot of time and effort to find ways to make this live stream so good that you would rather watch this, what you're seeing on the screen right now. You'd rather watch this than to actually watch the Rockets game. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but the truth is that since I can't show the live clips of the game and the highlights, etc., I've decided to go heavy-handed into making it appear like kind of a game. But of course, it's attached to the live data of the game. So there are sounds and there are images and a lot of animations on the screen for many of the players' actions. And I haven't had a chance to test this yet. I haven't been able to test it yet because this is my first Rockets game after actually updating my codes, my HTML, my JavaScript, and my style sheets. So I'm hoping that everything works smoothly today and that you can have a really awesome experience. But that's coming a little later. That I do hope you can join me for that game. Brendan says maybe focus on shorts that are very popular. Well, yeah, Brendan, I have been doing the shorts, and some of them have worked out quite well. A couple of my Texans shorts came out to almost 20,000 views each. One of those is up to 16,000 views, and another one I think maybe 18,000 views. And those were the Texans highlights from last week. So they definitely get good views. The Rockets typically get between 1,000 and a few thousand views each. Some people are getting millions of views on their shorts, and I don't think I'm ever going to get millions of views on any of my shorts for any Houston teams. I just don't think that there are millions of people that are going to be looking at my shorts and making them viral. That's never going to happen. But I don't really make any money from shorts. If I have a short that gets 20,000 views, that's pretty good, but I'll make $1. So it can take me an hour to make one short, one minute short, and I'll wind up making $1. And I've been trying to post at least 2 shorts a day, especially on days where I don't have a game to live stream. I try to post at least 2 shorts, but I would prefer to post like 5 on days where there's no game. But that means I have to have dedicated time to make those shorts. However, not all of those shorts are going to hit 20,000 views. If I'm lucky, one of them will hit 20,000 views. But like I said, that's still only like $1. If I make 5 shorts and they all get 1,000 views, then basically I make 50 cents. So that's a lot of time to make 50 cents. The benefit of making shorts right now is not about money. It's about getting subscribers. So by doing regular shorts every day, I'm increasing my subscribers. Now, are those subscribers really big Houston fans who are interested in my live streams or not? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But I do know that my subscribers go up whenever I'm posting shorts. And so I'll keep doing that. However, growth is still very, very slow. Very, very slow. And it is November right now. It's November 17th here in Japan. I have to apply for my new residency visa. in, let's see, December, January, February, maybe in 3 months, I have to apply for my new visa. And between now and then, I need to, at the very least, try to stabilize a decent income. But I can't do any work. So here I am just calling games. And I have a very small, like I've said before, I have a very small disability pension because of my health condition. And it's not enough. My pension alone is it goes 100% to covering my credit card debt, and my credit card debt comes from medical bills and medicines. So I owe probably $4,000 in medical bills and medicines that I pay off every month, and my just that one thing, just my disability payment alone covers my credit card debt. So beyond that, things like rent for this apartment here in Hiroshima, and food and electricity and all of those other things, internet, etc., none of those things are covered by my disability payment. I have to find other ways to make that money, but I can't work. So here we are. So the faster the channel grows, the better for all of us. So I hope that you can continue to share the channel. And for those of you who can, I appreciate your donations. But for now, we'll just go ahead and wrap it up because we have the Texans' victory today. Thankfully, they are now 5-5, beating the Titans today 16-13. Already went over the stats, so we won't rehash any of that. But there is a Rockets game coming up in just a little bit. I'm going to take a rest. If I'm lucky, I can sleep for a little while. Let me take a look and see what time that game is. That game is scheduled for... Actually, I need to change that. It's scheduled for 8:45 my time. But I don't need to start that until 9 o'clock. I can actually change that to 9 o'clock. The reason is because they have such a very long opening before the game starts. All the introductions and the performances and the music and all of that stuff goes on for so long. I don't need to start at 8:45. That's too early. So as of right now, I've got almost 3 hours. If I can sleep for 2 hours, I'll be happy with that. So I'll give that a try. I'll try to sleep for 2 hours. But that's it for now. Thank you, everyone, once again for being here. Go Texans, and in just a little bit, go Rockets. And from here in Japan, have a good afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you again in just under 3 hours. Thank you for joining me for today. And thank you again, Rusty, for the gifted memberships. And thank you, everyone else, for being here and listening in. Until later, this is the Go Dome. And I'll be back in a bit. Bye-bye for now.